Kentucky, this is Matt Jones. Tonight, Mitch McConnell meets with 9/11 first responders after criticism from Jon Stewart. John Calipari gets swaggy on Twitter, and Lexington's mayor says we need more recycling. That's all next on Hey Kentucky. Welcome, everybody, to Hey Kentucky, presented by Wendy's. Ryan Lemon is my co-host. Ryan, how are you, sir?
You can start referring to me as political analyst from here on out.
Well, in case you all don't know, there's a political ad out now that uses his sound
from this show
as if he's an expert.
I am
so
now.
What is happening to our world? Now, we get started with Jon Stewart and Mitch McConnell. We've told you about how Jon Stewart's emotional call for Congress to take action on behalf of 9/11 first responders has led to criticism of Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell. Well, yesterday, the Senate Majority Leader followed up by meeting with some of the workers from 9/11. The meeting ended with McConnell pledging to make sure the Victims' Compensation Fund for the September 11th attacks is funded. Here was the response from one of the 9/11 workers.
Are we happy? No. We're going to leave here, and Louis Alvarez is going to die. And in that meeting, we gave Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell Louis Alvarez's badge. And we wanted the Senate Majority Leader to be reminded of people like Detective Louis Alvarez.
Now, the 9/11 fund has already paid out $5 billion, but 21,000 claims are still outstanding, and the fund is running out of money. Ryan, what do you think about the fact that these workers still have to come and continue to beg Senator McConnell?
It should never, ever have gotten to this point. And all he's doing right now is CYA, covering his wrinkly behind. It should never have gotten to this point. This is the 9/11 first responders. Of all people you don't want to take away their pension, it's these guys.
Yeah, here's the thing. This is what's wrong with the American political system, that one person can hold it up. If they put this up for a vote, every Democrat and every Republican would vote for it. Every single one of them. The problem is the senator won't even let it come to a vote because Mitch McConnell wants to add all of his projects to it. That is shameful. I know that's what congressmen and senators do, but when you're talking about the heroes of 9/11, that's too much. He's doing the same thing to coal miners in Eastern Kentucky with the Black Lung Fund. Mitch McConnell owes these. They gave him the badge of someone who's about to die from diseases from 9/11. The fact that they have to do that is shameful. Now, Jon Stewart isn't the only celebrity who's knocked heads with Mitch McConnell. Take a look at this Twitter battle that's unfolding between McConnell and actor Adam Scott. It started with a reporter who actually noted that Trump said, like Senator McConnell, that if Trump ends up appointing a Supreme Court justice during the campaign, McConnell will actually approve it. That led to Team Mitch, that's Mitch McConnell's Twitter account, doing this picture of Adam Scott winking. That's the actor. Well, Adam Scott didn't like that. Adam Scott sent a tweet saying, "Do not use my face to try to elect Senator McConnell." That led Team Mitch to bring up this ad, which was a newspaper from the Parks and Rec show, in which Adam Scott played a mayor that it didn't work out too well. Adam Scott didn't like that, and he responded with this picture, which is, of course, a famous one of Mitch getting an award with the Confederate flag behind them. So, Ryan, I ask you, who won this war on Twitter? Team Mitch or Adam Scott?
When you showed me this when I came in, if nothing else, it was very entertaining going through it. I think Adam Scott came out the winner. I mean, it was very funny, but Adam Scott comes out the winner because in one of his tweets he said, "Don't ever use any of my likeness until you're humiliating defeat. Then you can use my likeness."
It's funny, the Team Mitch, the Mitch McConnell Twitter account, seems to take pride in being jerks, basically. And I think Adam Scott was like, all right, you're going to be a jerk to me? I'm going to be a jerk back to you.
Game on.
That picture of him in front of the Confederate flag is something that I'm surprised isn't a bigger deal because he gets an award and he poses in front of it. I actually agree. I think Adam Scott won. Now, Matt Bevin's name came up during a recent interview with a fellow Kentucky Republican. Congressman Jamie Comer, who's been on this show many a time, appeared on KET Monday night and was asked about Bevin's ongoing feud with his lieutenant governor and whether it would affect the governor's chances for re-election. Here's what Comer had to say.
Just going by the facts, 48% of the Republicans voted against him a month ago for 3 candidates that I doubt they had ever met. So that was before the Janine Hampton issue. if I gave advice to Governor Bevin, and obviously he doesn't want my advice, he hasn't spoken to me the whole time he's been governor. But if he were to call on the phone, I would say, I think you need to try to have a sit-down conversation with a lot of Republicans across the state, especially in the 31 counties he lost. And then there were 12 or 13 counties he won by less than 50 votes against really a nobody.
Ryan, do you agree with Jamie Comer that Bevin has some work to do?
I think he's got a lot of work to do. And you hear it from Jamie Comer like that, it's no secret. I mean, we all know he's got a lot of work to do in this state if he wants to try to win re-election. Jamie's right there. He's an insider. He knows as good as anybody.
Jamie Comer is probably the most popular Republican in the state. It's probably Jamie Comer and maybe Ryan Quarles are probably the two most popular. The fact that he says it shows how bad it is.
Correct.
I mean, Bevin should call Jamie Comer. I mean, he needs Jamie Comer on his side, and Jamie Comer is not on his side, and that shows you how far he has to go. Now, turning to UK basketball, John Calipari's talking some Twitter smack following the recent conversation about whether big schools produce players ready for the NBA. A tweet from Calipari reads, "We don't promote two guys and push everyone else to the curb. It's all about the kids becoming the best version of themselves. Best version, big team, better me." Now, these latest comments follow the controversy stirred up by Jay Billis, who will be on our show tomorrow, who said the idea that college programs develop NBA talent simply isn't accurate. Ryan, Cal clearly with that tweet was taking a shot at Duke. Would you agree?
No question. We're talking about promoting two players, push everybody to the side. Of course that's a shot at Duke, talking about Zion Williamson and, of course, R.J. Barrett last year. Now, with that said, I don't necessarily like the big team better me logo. I hope that kind of goes away. I don't a big fan about that. But the rest of it is a direct shot at Duke, and I think Cal, very offended by Billis's comments, lit a fire. But I love swaggy Cal.
So here's the thing. So Billis is going to be on this show tomorrow, and we're going to ask him about this.
Good.
Because this has been a really controversial thing.
It has.
I mean, Billis has basically said, look, it doesn't matter where you go to school. You're still going to go where you're supposed to go. I think that's nonsense.
It is.
I mean, Tyler Hero, had he gone to Wisconsin, he would not have been the 13th pick.
No way.
I don't believe that. Now, I do love Cal taking a shot at Duke. But let me ask you this. After Duke has three guys picked before Kentucky's first guy, is that the time to take a shot at him?
Well, I think because he knows we're back. I think he knows the team he's got coming in next year. Forget last year. It's over. Swaggy Cal's back because he knows we're going to be good
I'm all for talking trash, but I feel like you got to talk trash after you've done something.
It's over.
right.
Zion's gone.
Now
next
to Kentucky football. We'll see if we can get him to shut up. It seems the 2019 schedule is setting the Wildcats up for success. Cats play 8 home games, only 4 road games. 4 of these games are against unranked foes, Toledo, Eastern Michigan, UT Martin, and Louisville. And ESPN says these 4 games are the 5th easiest non-conference slate in the country. Do you agree with ESPN, Ryan, that these games are too easy and Kentucky should be playing harder teams than this?
I don't care. When it comes to UK football, I want to play easier games. I do not care. We have to play in the SEC. Tough games every Saturday. Yeah, I don't care who our non-conference schedule is because they should be wins every time.
All right, well, part of the reason this schedule is easier this year is just the weirdness of the fact that Louisville stinks this year. I mean, a lot of years that Louisville game's hard.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
when Lamar was here, those games were hard. Louisville's had 8 of the last 10 years being really
Very
good. So they stink this year. But that's not really our fault.
Toledo's usually good. Eastern Michigan's usually good.
Toledo actually may be good this year.
Yeah.
But I do think, however, Kentucky should play one more good team. In my opinion, playing UT Martin is a waste of time. They should play someone else decent in that game rather than playing a Division II school. I think that's a waste.
I just want wins. Give me the 4 non-conference games, got to be wins.
So you don't care who they play?
Do not care.
All right. Now, up
Poop
next.
State.
Maybe not that school. Now, up next on Hey Kentucky, the challenges of recycling have been in Lexington's headlines recently. So we sent our friends from the New Circle Circular to talk to the mayor of Lexington about recycling and about all that trash. Where's it going? We'll tell you after this.